Hi, I'm Beverly Mahone, host of the Boomer Beat. And you know, this is the show where we meet interesting boomers who are on the move and making a difference at midlife and beyond. But you know, every now and then I meet somebody under the age of 40 who is doing great things as well. And today I'm going to introduce you to a person who truly has God's favor. Stay tuned. Joining me today, we have Keijuane Hester, and he is the owner of Favors Desserts here in Durham, North Carolina. Welcome to the Boomer Beat.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Well, I guess what I want to know first of all is how you came up with the name Favors Desserts.
I just felt like God blessed me with a gift of baking, and that was just my seed sown back to God, saying that I appreciate the gift that He gave me, and I felt like I wanted to name my business something that had a meaning to it. So I don't think favor is a bad word to use.
Not a bad word at all. But let me ask you, because your story is so interesting. I've had an opportunity to read your story.
Yes, ma'am.
And so you didn't just have favor, or maybe you did have favor all along and didn't realize it.
Yes.
But you came from some really humble and maybe to some people less than favorable a favorable background, because you spent some time in prison.
Yes, back in 1995, 2 years, not even 2 years out of high school, I was hustling while I was in high school from 10th grade on. I ended up meeting a connect, going up to New York. On the way back, I got busted with drugs. I didn't have a record, but the amount of drugs I had, I knew I was facing prison time. And so I wound up doing 42 months in prison. While I was in prison, it was a processing chamber. I had to learn how to respect others. You had to get up and you had to work, and it was just a life-changing event for me.
So where did you get the idea of baking, and how did you perfect it so well?
Well, while I was incarcerated, you had to bake. And there was a gentleman that was a baker while we was incarcerated. He was a phenomenal baker. And when I was at Seymour Johnson, I asked the gentleman could he get me a job in the bakery? He said, of course. And he told me one day, Kejuane, if you pay attention to everything I teach you, you'll have a trade when you go home from prison. So he taught me how to bake pies, cakes, cookies, bread, banana puddings, carrot cakes, everything from scratch. And once he made that carrot cake, I was sold. I just wrote the recipe down. I said, when I get home, I'm gonna try this recipe. And from there, you know, when I came home, I had a job. I didn't bake for the first 2 years. And then I told my cousin I was gonna try the carrot cake recipe for our potluck dinner. And he said, you know, all right, we'll try it. And I had a hand mixer at home, one bunt pan, and I had a recipe equivalent for 900 inmates, so I had to chop it all the way down to one cake. So that was an interesting thing to do. But I made the cake, and when I took it to work, it was just phenomenal. Everybody just raved about the cake, the carrot cake, and so. From there, my cousin said, you know, you need to really be selling these cakes. And I said, nah, I don't want to sell. I don't think I want to sell them. And then a coworker asked me to how much should I charge her to sell her a cake. And I told her, just give me the money for the ingredients, and I'll bake you a cake. But then, you know, as time went on, every time my potluck dinners came around, they requested me to make a cake. And I made a cake, and then one day I was laid off, And I went on one job interview, and I knew I had the job. And they called me. I could remember clear as day. I was on Durham Freeway. They said, "Sorry, Mr. Hester, we're informing you that you didn't get the position." And immediately something said, "Step out on your gift." And I already had the hustler's mentality already inside of me. I knew if I just had a product to sell, I could push it. I was just determined. I was focused, and I knew that whatever I put my mind to, I could be successful.
This is the kitchen where Favor's desserts are created.
Teddy is one of the bakers here at Favor's Desserts. He says he's been with Kejuane for about 4 years. And like Kejuane, he too was a hustler on the streets before he decided to join the Favor Desserts team.
Oh, Kejuane, did you really take it seriously from the beginning, or did you really think of it as a hustle, so to speak, since you had that hustler's mentality?
Well, yeah, in the beginning, I was living with my then girlfriend, and the bills was coming in. And I wasn't even thinking of it from a standpoint of a business. I just thought of it as I could make a couple dollars to, put some money on the bill, so she wouldn't, be so stressed on the bill. So I just took off. I didn't even have a goal at first. I was just driven to create some revenue for myself. And then once I got a buzz in the street by going around to every barbershop, beauty salon, nail salon, I said, I didn't have a lot of money, so I had to start out the low budget way. So I said if I could go to every shop in the city, and if they gave me positive feedback, then I knew I could start a business. And so I started out small. I started out in a townhouse, one small oven, one hand mixer, one bunt pan, and every time I would bake a cake, sell a cake, bust a cake down, sell slices, I would go and get the supplies that I need in order to meet the daily needs of my baking business.
Are you surprised, in awe, shocked by the success that you have attained? I know that you say that this is God's favor on your life, but I mean, you're now written up in newspapers and you're on TV. I mean, lots of wonderful things are happening. You have this beautiful home now where you have this awesome kitchen where, chefs can come in and cook. Are you surprised at it all?
I'm not to say this in an arrogant way, but surprised. No, I'm not surprised, because I knew where I was going even when I had one hand mixer anointing. I knew where I was going when I had to beat up Maximum, when I had the bin of cakes going around every shop. So am I surprised? No, because I always dream big, and I know that dedication and hard work are the keys to success. A bishop once told me, your success lies in your daily routine, your preparation, how you get up, how you respond, how you meet the quota. I mean, preparation is everything. Dedication and hard work are the keys to success. I'm very humble. I'm very grateful. I'm truly blessed. God has really blessed me. I'm just overwhelmingly blessed. I give all credit to God. Without Him, none of this is possible. God put me in this position, because even back when I was in prison, I wanted to go to Butler camp, but he guided me to Seymour Johnson camp, where Blackwell was, to teach me the trade. Wow. So while I was in prison, that was my processing chamber. He took me through the gates of hell to get a gift, so I can inspire others to say that, no matter how far you go down, you can always get back up. It's all on you. It's all on you. I'm motivated, I'm dedicated, hard work, perseverance. I got the drive. I don't think nobody can match my drive. Nobody. I'm driven. I go to bed 2, 3 in the morning. I get back up 5 in the morning. Sometimes I go to bed 10, 11 o'clock. I get back up 2:30 in the morning. I'm driven. I only know that there's only one person that can match my work ethic. And she said, And I said, you. And she said, oh, I'm farther than you. And she right. Because if she tell me I'm working hard, that means something to me. Because I know how hard she worked. She worked 3 jobs. She'll break her neck for me. So, you know, when she said, hey, you doing a good job, I know that's a pat on the back.
Well, you know what, Ma? We're going to bring you on out here now. Come on out here. Mother-in-law. That's okay. He called you Mom.
Yeah.
That's okay. This is his mother. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing good.
I know you got to be proud of this young man.
I really am. He is doing an awesome job.
And so tell me about those hours that you know, the work ethic that you have, that you instilled in him. And, you know, do you even know that he was watching you like that?
No, I did not. And if I had known that, I would have gone to bed. But I guess in my growing up, believing that hard work, you have to, you know, work hard. My grandmother, my mother, my family, you know, we really worked hard. And sometimes it's sleepless nights to get accomplished what you want. You can always sleep. So you can go ahead and get the work done, then sleep after you've accomplished what you want to accomplish.
Wow, that's awesome.
Although Kejuane says he's not surprised by his own success, his wife Pam tells me a different story.
You've got to be awfully proud of Kejuane today. What does this all mean to you as his wife?
It means a lot. I have seen him come from, like he said, a pan, one oven, a townhouse, to now it truly has blossomed. I mean, I'm so proud of him. He's definitely an inspiration to me as well as to others. So definitely proud of him.
And so to see how far he's come, you know, how does that inspire you?
Well, it inspires me to, you know, pursue my dreams. Don't let anyone tell me that I can't. You know, we all go through hiccups, but as long as we continue to get up and push forward and strive for our dreams, I think that that's something we can definitely take from Kejuane.
I asked Kejuane this question, but I'm going to ask you the same question as his wife. Did you ever think that it would get to this point?
Actually, I didn't. I remember, you know, as I said, we were in the townhouse and he was going from barbershop to beauty salon, you know, day after day, week after week, and to actually see it blossom, I mean, it's truly amazing. This is a great location. He has a lot of patrons, a lot of customers that he's built over the years. So, you know, not only are they glad, but I'm glad that he's able to serve the public. I also think it's a way that he can give back to the community, you know, help others, show them that, hey, you know, I went through a couple things, but this is the outcome if you keep pushing on towards your dreams.
Okay, so tell me, what is your association with Kejuane here?
I have several associations with Mr. Hester. On a professional level, I've assisted him legally. He's been a client of mine. A lot of business, legal work I've assisted him with. Now we are transitioning our professional relationship into one where I'm assisting him in getting his standalone bakery up and running, helping him with his practices and procedures, and doing some marketing for him, negotiating contracts and things of that nature. And then personally, he's my friend. And once you meet Mr. Hester, you cannot help but to be friends with him. He's a person that you only meet once and you never want to let him go. So he's always been a friend since the first day that I met him. He's so personable, and that's how he's gained such a following. Not only are his cakes amazing, but his business practices and his personability is what makes people love him as well. And so that's where I fit in.
With your success, there will be trials, tribulation, there will be hardships, there will be steps down before you go up. You know, sometimes you got to grow down before you can grow up. That's the process. You know, people see the outward thing, the end road. They see you when you cutting the ribbon, but they don't see all the hell you went through. They don't see them dark nights. You know, they don't see them times when you wanted to throw in the towel. But you say, you know, this is inspiring somebody. This is giving somebody hope to say, you know what, if he can turn his life around, I can turn my life around. You know, so God used prison, he used my whole life situation for his glory. for his glory.
And so today he gets all of this glory
Oh,
because
no doubt about it.
here we are sitting in
Yes.
your business.
No doubt about
You're
it.
getting ready to have this awesome ribbon cutting
Oh, wonderful.
with dignitaries coming
Yes.
around who
Yes.
probably, back when you were in prison, wouldn't have had anything to do with you.
Yeah. It's a scripture in the Bible say that your gift will make room for you and bring you before great men. I believe that. It's true. God has brought me in front of a lot of great people, and I'm truly thankful. I'm truly humble. And sometimes I may get a phone call from somebody that's out of my wildest dreams that'll call me and say, "Hey, I need you to make some cakes for me." And after I get off the phone, I'll be kicking myself. I can't believe X, Y, and Z just called me.
Well, now speaking of that, I saw on your website that you President Obama liked the 5-flavor pound cake. I said, "What? Did the president call?"
Well, actually, he was at a restaurant where I supplied desserts.
Blue Coffee Cafe.
Yeah, and he purchased the cakes that I had there, and he passed them out and stuff like that.
Wow.
So, you never know where you're going.
Never know.
You never know who you're going to come in contact with.
Not at all.
It's always good to have a great name, have integrity, and treat everybody right. It's anything to treat somebody with statue right, but you got to treat everybody right. You got to treat the homeless first. You got to treat the man that ain't got nothing in his pocket. You got to treat everybody right, because that go our butt for the grace of God. That could be me. That could be me. I could be sleeping up on the bridge. I should be still in prison. God's grace and mercy allowed me to slip some cases. I'm here. I'm happy. I got a lot of followers, a lot of support.
Yes, you do.
A lot of support. I never feed into negative energy, but I say one thing about negative energy. If you don't want me to go farther up, don't feed me no negative energy. Because if you do, instead of getting up at 3 in the morning, I might get up at 1. That's what I'm gonna do.
I love that.
Really.
Let me ask you about Blackwell. Do you still stay in touch with him?
I'm trying to reach out to him and catch up with him, because he
Is he still in prison?
No, he's out of prison.
Oh, okay.
I think Blackwell served about 12 years. I think. I got somebody looking for him, because I owe a lot of my success to this man. I mean, I'm a good baker. I'm not one to toot my own horn, but that guy, I can't hold a torch to that guy.
Wow, that says a lot about you, Blackwell. So if you're
Blackwell,
listening to this,
we're looking for you.
we're looking for you.
We're looking for you.
Because you'll be on the show too, and we will have a reunion.
That's right.
Yes.
Blackwell, we're looking for you.
Now, what message do you have for anyone who may have felt that they're on the wrong path and they just can't seem to turn it around? What's your message?
You can start with right now. There's never such thing as you can't turn it around. Winning is a mindset. Winning is a mindset. I say it one more time. Winning is a mindset. Success is a mindset. It starts by how you think. And I'm a product of good mentorship. You can turn it around. Time plus time equals influence. Who you hang around will influence you the most. So if you feel that you can't turn it around, get around some positive energy and let it impart onto you. And you can turn any situation around. I don't care what you're facing. You could be a homeless. Look at Tyler Perry.
Yes. Good example.
Look at George Bloomer.
Good example.
Look at Bernard Hopkins, the boxer. He was in prison.
I know without a doubt that he would bring me out. What God has for me, it what God has for me, it is for me.
On April 28th, Keijuane Hester realized his dream of opening his own business. He was gathered by dignitaries, family, and friends who all came out to help him celebrate his success.
What a little program is that? Get one to my man.
Okay, hey, look, Key, I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay, baby. All right. Hey. It's favorite desserts day. Favorite desserts. Pound we the best in town. Often imitated, never duplicated.
Today, I'm celebrating not only this business, but how far God brought me. He brought me from prison. He put me in a palace. He gave me a business. He gave me a family. He gave me supporters. He gave me favor. He gave me faith. He gave me love. He gave me joy. He gave me peace. He gave me understanding. With God, all things are possible. Not some things, all things are possible to those that believe. You got to believe and you got to know deep down in yourself that I can do this. I can do this. If Tyler Perry rose from homeless, I can do this. I can do this. To God be the glory. As long as you give him the glory, he don't mind giving you the stuff. So don't chase stuff, chase God. That's my message. Chase God. Thank everybody for coming out. We're going to have the band playing about 12 o'clock. We got food coming. We got cakes in here. And we're going to have a good time. We're going to celebrate. This is a blessed day. The weather won't interfere. God, the angels going to hold that rain up. And we're going to have a good time. So I want to tell everybody I am so humble. I'm so thankful. And I appreciate y'all coming out and making this an outstanding day for me. Thank you.
All it takes is a second to turn your life around. You know, if I could turn my life around, I said I'd never stop selling drugs. But if I could turn my life around and do something positive and be a positive citizen in the community, anybody can. Because winning starts with a mindset, success starts with a mindset. But, you know, it's a scripture to say that you have to renew your mind.
The renewing of your mind,
The
yes.
renewing of your mind. And, you know, renewing of your mind not only means in a biblical way, but just in all aspects of how you think and who you hanging around. You have to observe what you're doing, you know, and it takes time. It takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. Rome won't build overnight, but if you keep diligently working in the areas where you're struggling in and surrounding yourself with positive people and mentors, I think you can turn your life around. Not I think you can turn your life around. I know you can turn your life around. So you can turn your life around. If I did it, you can.
All right, so you heard that, right? Well, listen, I wish you much continued success.
Yes.
I know you will be beyond success. And with this lady driving you and your lovely wife.
Yes, wonderful.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
God bless.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Well, that's going to do it for this edition of the Boomer Beat. I hope you have been as inspired as I've been with the story of Keijuane Hester. Until next time, have a great one, and God bless.